Today we are going to talk about everything from Iceland to the Panama Canal. We've got exciting news from Carnival. We're going to talk about MSC. I've got some questions for you about reserve class dining on some of the princess ships, as well as how Princess Prizes is going, and lots more. And then finally, I'm going to end with something that you can do for a Let's Go family member to help them out. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Tuesday. It is December 19th of 2023. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and subscribe? Every day here, we talk about cruising, about traveling to cruise, amazing things to see in the places that you travel to, just so much. And we would love to have you here so that you can share your experience as well. Also, if you would please give us a thumbs up, it really helps us out. So if you will give us a thumbs up, your Christmas Day dinner or your holiday dinner, however it is that you celebrate, will be even more delicious than you expect. So I thought that would be kind of fun. We all look forward to celebrating however it is that we do that. And so the meal that goes with that for you will be even better. So thank you so very much. Let's go ahead and start at the top. Let me ask you my two questions. So first of all, reserve class dining. If you're new around here, reserve class dining is the little area of the dining room that Princess blocks off for people who are in those suites and the reserve class mini suites. It's really nice. You never have to wait in line there. Every evening there is an additional menu item that is available in addition to the menu from the main dining room that is just special for people that are dining in that reserve collection dining area there. Now on the current Princess ships, we have not seen a dining room that is set aside just for reserve class diners. We have seen from what they have announced about the new Sun Princess, and of course it will carry forward on the Star Princess, that there is a reserve class dining room, and there is also the signature dining room for people who are in suites. So people who are in suites will go to the signature dining room, and then people who are in those reserve class mini suites will get to enjoy their own dining room on the Sun Princess. Well, those of you who have just been sailing recently enough on the Sapphire Princess, and also I would really appreciate it if any of you would share this on any other ship that you've been sailing. Have you seen a whole dining room set aside for this? I've got a question. I'm wondering if on the Sapphire Princess, there's the Santa Fe dining room, there is the Pacific Moon dining room. Is either one of them set aside only for people who are doing reserve class dining? Will you please let me know in the comments? And also, if you have sailed on another Princess ship recently that a whole dining room is set aside for reserve class diners, would you please put that in the comments as well? I have called Princess actually 3 times today asking about that. Nobody can find it. I have searched through Princess Answers, which is in their booking system, with every search term I can think of, and I can't find it there either. So I am relying on the experts out there, all of you, to let us know. The last time we sailed, Gordon and I, on the Sapphire Princess was back in 2018, and that's before they had the whole reserve class dining thing, so we didn't even pay attention to that at all. And so let me know. I'd really appreciate that. My other question is, Princess Prizes still going on? I remember a while ago, a few weeks ago, one of our Let's Go family members showed us the picture of the screen right there by where you enter your stateroom, and it no longer had Princess Prizes on there. I've not heard a peep about it. Can't find any information on that. So those of you who have been cruising with Princess lately, would you please let me know if that's still going on, if it still looks the same, the whole thing. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Now, first of all, let's talk about Iceland. There are cruises that go to Iceland on almost all of the cruise lines now, and Iceland has become somewhere that a lot of people want to go, because whoever thought when we were growing up that you would ever get to go see Iceland? So with that knowledge, we kind of track what's going on in Iceland a little bit more. When Gordon and I were there on our cruise this summer in July on the Island Princess, there was a volcano erupting then, and it really didn't impact our visit until we were in the port of Reykjavik, and then it was very, very smoky there. Apparently, as the lava comes down, all of the locals there, our tour guides, let us know that it actually burns the moss that is on the lava that was there from an eruption long ago. So it creates a lot of smoke, and so it actually made it so that we couldn't see all the mountains and glaciers that we would have liked to see. So we will hopefully get to go another time. But right now, it seems like the long-awaited eruption, what they have been expecting, what they shut the Blue Lagoon for, what they've had all these warnings and people on high alert for, is indeed started, and it's going on right now. And so I'll kind of keep you updated about that. I have not seen any cruise lines talking about canceling their calls in the ports there in Iceland. I am sure that they might have to just rearrange some excursions potentially, but really I don't think it'll have a big impact. Maybe people will have a lot of smoke in the port like we did, but let us know if you're in Iceland or going to Iceland soon, what it's looking like, would you? Alrighty, a quick update also. Let's talk about coffee. I didn't put that in the introduction, but it's a really big discussion over on our Facebook right now. So I thought it would be fun for us to all jump in here and share our experience. So we had a Let's Go family member who just got off of the Discovery Princess, and on Debarkation Day went down and asked for their specialty coffee, and they were not able to get it. So when you, on Debarkation Day, when you go up to the buffet there to have your breakfast, or the main dining room that's open, you can get regular coffee there. But if you want that special coffee that we're used to getting at that bar right there by the International Cafe for people who drink coffee, you can also get like hot chocolate there, tea there, things like that. That was not available, and they could not get it. And I love how everyone chimes in. So people were saying that on other ships that he had just been on, they have never had a hard time getting their specialty coffee on Debarkation Day. So I thought it would be kind of fun and helpful for everyone here if you'll put in the comments what ship you've been on recently. Were you able to get your specialty coffee? Where did you get it? So that people know where to go to be able to get that. I really appreciate it. So thank you. And I know I still get emails from people who are missing those coffee cards. Clearly, Princess wants to push everyone over to buying the Plus package since they don't have those coffee cards anymore. But there you go. The next thing, let's talk about Carnival for a minute. I know that ever since I went on the Carnival, I was very excited to try the Carnival celebration. Ever since I went on the celebration, I am actually even more excited to hear things about the Carnival Jubilee, the brand new ship that will be sailing on the 23rd out of Galveston. And Carnival has released some information about some additional opportunities, different activities for families to be able to enjoy on their new Carnival Jubilee. So I thought I would let you know about a few of these. Now, they are things that I actually, if I had grandchildren old enough to go, I think it would be really fun to take them and experience some of these things. So I have always been kind of thinking of what ship I would choose when they're finally old enough to get to go, for us to go together. And I love the Caribbean Princess because they have the play area, that little pool, kiddie play area there. And, there's actually one here and then over on the side. But then Princess has excellent kids clubs. I thought that some of the activities that I saw when we were on Royal Caribbean would be really fun for children to enjoy. But and then Norwegian, it was fine, but I have not been like on the new Prima or the new Viva, of course. But Carnival, I think, is coming to the top of my list because of the things that they are talking about today. So listen closely if you've got a family or you are trying to decide a good ship to go on with activities. So they are really upping the game for people with kids, teens, and tweens, and their whole families. So they are having some activities that are actually brand new to Carnival that will show up on the Jubilee. And so first of all, they've got their Space Cruisers program that they have a partnership with Kennedy Space Center to run. They are actually going to be expanding that. They've got a space wall inside of Camp Ocean to imagine that they're in a space capsule, and they've got apparently a whole bunch of NASA space imagery around. They've also got a current zone that has a virtual aquarium where children can see all these unique sea creatures and everything to do on all of the screens, which is kind of cool. Then they've also got their See the World program, which is going to include like festivals and all of these fun things so children can learn about different cultures. They're going to have a new camp called Night Owls Camp Out, and so that sounds kind of fun for parents because there will be somewhere that the children will really enjoy being in the evening. But it says it's an outdoor camp themed that has challenges like cornholes and horseshoes, as well as fort building. They've got obstacle courses and all of these other fun things. And then this is really fun. They are going to start having Dr. Seuss breakfast, and that is going to roll out on the Jubilee on January 6th of 2024. Once it gets going on that ship, it does not say which other ships it will roll out to, but it will roll out to other ships in the Carnival fleet. I know if children and even adults that enjoy Dr. Seuss themed breakfast, that's going to be really fun. I can only imagine that they'll be serving at least green eggs and ham there. And then the other thing that really stood out to me a lot is that they're going to have Planet Play at Sea, which is a space-themed toddler playground that is supposed to be an extra special place for them, and it's actually being added after the Jubilee starts sailing. So clearly they aren't quite done with everything that they're going to have. So I hope that helps you when you're trying to decide and maybe hear about some of the fun things that are available on the different ships. Alrighty, the Panama Canal keeps coming up when we think about cruising a lot because of the ships that go through the Panama Canal. If you are new around here, we have got a full transit of the Panama Canal sailing on the Coral Princess on February 21st, 2025. It goes from Los Angeles to Fort Lauderdale, and that's a group cruise that we've got going, and it makes me really happy to hear that starting in January, the Panama Canal is going to start allowing more ships, not just cruise ships, but all ships through both the new locks as well as the historic locks there in the Panama Canal. They said that the month of October was the driest one that they had ever had on record there in the Panama watershed, that whole area. But November, they received a little bit more rain, so it was not quite as devastating as had been forecasted. So this makes them feel optimistic, and they're going to start creeping up the numbers of ships that they allow through. So if you're someone that has a Panama Canal cruise scheduled in the near future, I think this is great news. Hopefully gone is the worry that they will be canceling any of those in the short term. I've not heard of any Panama Canal cruises being canceled due to water levels. So I thought that was wonderful news. So if that was something you were worried about, check that off your list and worry about something else. Really quickly, let's talk about MSC for just a minute. I'll tell you the good and then the interesting. So the good is MSC is really trying very hard to be a leader in the whole shore power, so that when you come into a port, when the cruise ship comes in, they plug into the power there in the port. That makes it so that they don't have to run their other engines as much and use the fuel that makes all of the smoke come out of the smokestack. So from an environmental standpoint, this is really an important goal of the cruise liners to be able to do this. But in order to do that, they have to develop the terminals to have that special shore power, the plugs, in order so that they can do that. So it's a really big deal that they just connected to the first one in the Mediterranean, which was in Valletta, Malta. And so they are working, though, on being able to do that at lots of other docks around the world. And they've already got it in some of them. It says that in Northern Europe, they already have it in Warnemünde. That port is like, if it's in Germany, so if you're going to go visit Berlin from a cruise, that's where you would disembark and take that train in. But they also have done it in some Norwegian ports. They're doing it in Southampton. The one that stood out to me an awful lot is that big new terminal that they're building in Miami will have the capacity to have it so that ships can plug in when they come into port. So I thought that was great news, and MSC is really being the leader in being able to do that. Now, here's the other side of MSC. Let me know what you think. I want your opinion on this. So I told you yesterday, I think it was, about MSC. They left New York on their cruise on Sunday, and this storm that has been going on started down there in the Bahamas, South Florida, and has moved its way up the eastern seaboard. Due to that storm, they immediately had to go to Boston. They were supposed to be heading down to Florida and the Bahamas on that cruise, but they had to pull in, and then they completely changed the itinerary and announced that instead of going south, they're going to go north, Portland, Maine, and St. John, Newfoundland. As I think about that, at this time of year, it is winter, it is cold, it's not even the fall there, and even people that were going on New England cruises towards the end of New England cruise season there commented that a lot of the things were closed, that a lot of the hop on, hop off things were not going, that just it was not very open, not as much to see as you would usually see earlier in the season. So fast forward here now till mid-December, and it is wintertime and it's really cold. But you have only packed with you your summer clothes because you were going to go to Florida and the Bahamas. So I've been thinking in my mind, I wonder why they just didn't cancel the cruise and announce to everyone that, sorry, we've had to cancel your cruise due to weather. Here's your money back. Here's a future cruise credit to go on another cruise, but we're not able to take you anywhere near where we thought. Do you think that's what they should have done? Or do you think that what they have done is the right thing? Can't go south, let's go north, even if people don't have the attire for, packed with it. You're not going to be out on the pool deck like you expected. It's going to be too cold and all of that. So tell me, what do you think is the right thing to do? And I am not giving MSC a hard time with this. It would be really, really hard to make big decisions just based on the weather pattern that you see coming. You're not sure if it's going to materialize, what it's going to do. Anyway, so I'm not giving them a hard time, just throwing it out there. It's fun to think about things and talk about them. Really quick, for those intrepid explorers of you out there, or those of you who want to be, I think that would be the category that I am in. But we talk about going to Antarctica sometimes, more often, I feel like, than we talk about going to the Arctic. Now, Atlas Ocean Voyages is a cruise line that has come along, and they are doing an excellent job. I know people who have sailed on Atlas in Europe and are looking at going to Antarctica on Atlas. But Atlas has just announced their 2025 voyages to the Arctic, so I thought I would put that on your radar if you're interested, and I'm really happy to help you book that if you would like to. But instead of seeing the things that we, when we go to Alaska, we talk about seeing, like the bears and the wolves and all the things that we see there. Well, what is it that you see in the Arctic? You're going to see reindeer, seals, whale, musk oxen, walruses, all of that kind of thing. So you think about it is completely different. So I just wanted to let you know that they are going to be running voyages in the summertime, which is great because with it being in the northern hemisphere, their summer is the same as the summer is in North America, and so that's the easiest time to go see things with the weather there. So throughout the summer, they are going to be running voyages ranging pretty much from 9 to 11 days. And they're going to have, you're going to be able to see Greenland, northern Greenland, Iceland, and northern Norway, Svalbard, that whole region up through there. So just wanted to put that on your radar. If that's somewhere that is on your bucket list, this is a good time to think about going. And I like Atlas because they run specials now and again that are actually really good. Alrighty, what can we all do to help a Let's Go family member? I want to start by saying that I know that a lot of us out there have a lot of hard things going on. So I just want to tell you that you're all in my prayers. When Gordon and I pray, we include our Let's Go family members and do so with a lot of love. A Let's Go family member who we had the pleasure of getting to know her on our Northern Lights cruise, our group cruise, let me know that she could sure use prayers because here she is. She's a grandma, but her daughter-in-law has just had to go into hospice, and she said our son and his two sons could sure use all the prayers that anyone would have. Then along with the news that their daughter-in-law was having to go into hospice, she has cancer. They also got the news that from their other son that his daughter, so her granddaughter, had hit ice, rolled the car, but luckily she was okay. And I love the quote that she shared. She said, "She was all right. Jesus had her. She and him were tight." So just wanted to share that with you. So if you would send your good prayers and your good thoughts, I should say send your prayers and your good thoughts to a Let's Go family member who just needs extra love and extra care, that would sure be wonderful. And just know that we think of all of you, and I hope that you're all doing well. I hope your holiday season is shaping up really nicely, and that no matter where you are and no matter who you have to celebrate with, that you have someone to share a little bit of joy with this season. So thank you very, very much. I sure appreciate all of you, and I'm grateful to have you here with me every day. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.